Be enchanted by the new fan-made chapter for Dead by Daylight. Carnival Bizarre. The Caligula amusement park on the Sicilian coast was a true tourist magnet. A pink pony paradise for the little daughter, a knight's castle with fire-breathing dragons for the neighbor's boy, and a space-themed roller coaster for the older ones. With a mirror maze, a haunted house, and a breathtaking magic show, every visitor got his money's worth. Nobody noticed that during the opening hours, agonizing screams could be heard regularly from the haunted house, which were not caused by creepy dolls. Stolen from the memories of an unpredictable artist, this deceptive impression of a fabulous carnival can now be involuntarily visited in the realm of the entity. Ever since Eduardo was a small child, he wanted to be special. As an only child whose mother died at birth, he never sought contact with others and spent his time playing chess against himself and inventing riddles. He wanted to devise something unique, only then would he get involved with others. He was fascinated by the human mind, the subconscious, and began to study its influence. Soon he created his own tricks and became popular with many people, none of whom really knew him. Following this path, at the early age of 28, he became Il Grande Regali and led through amazing shows at the Caligula amusement park. Always working to outdo himself, he had a fantastic idea one night. He wanted to do something terrible and trick people's perception by hiding it in plain sight. He knew he was capable of it. He created his magical theater within the haunted house attraction, a place that many entered but never left again. His main target were young couples who had come alone. He attacked them from behind, drugged them and tied them to his instruments, always opposite each other so they could see what was happening to their partner. He loved hearing the sound of their screams, their whimpering when they were afraid, their howling when he broke something, the cracking of their bones and joints. Always accompanied by the shivering sounds of the haunted house, his dark legacy, which he devoted himself to every day between his shows, was never revealed. At least, not to ordinary humans. The magician's power is called magical illusion. He can create magical illusions that look exactly like the magician, have collision and injure survivors on contact. If they were created outside of a chase, they serve as magical guardians. When created in a chase, they are called magical bandits. A magical guardian constantly monitors a small area and can get alerted by survivors. It then approaches slowly while revealing its aura to the survivor. It wants to drive off the survivor while they can lure it into an area of lower priority. The magical guardian stops when no survivor is in the monitored area and decays if it inflicts injury on the survivor. There can only be as many guardians on the map as survivors are still alive. Magical bandits continue to chase the survivor while the real magician becomes invisible and can choose a different way to catch his prey. In this phase, he has no collision with survivors and his movement speed is decreased. A magical bandit is present for 8 seconds and also decays after a stun, a vault, a successful blind, or when the real magician performs an action. After it decays, the creation of a magical bandit goes into a cooldown of 15 seconds. With add-ons, the magician can either strengthen magical guardians or bandits. He can apply status effects on survivors that alert a guardian or increase the monitored area and their movement speed. He can give the magical bandit several new abilities and increase their presence duration. His rarest add-ons force survivors to waste a lot of time when alerting a magical guardian and grant him the possibility to block their paths while a magical bandit is active. The magician comes with the 3 new perks, with which he can increase his dangerous presence and fool survivors into panic. Outrage. When a survivor is saved from a hook, your movement speed is tremendously increased for a short duration if you are in a chase. Intimidate and deceive. Changes the width of your terror radius outside and in a chase and can grant you an additional effect. Once Bloodlust becomes active, you will see the aura of the next survivor outside your terror radius for a considerable duration. During this time, this survivor suffers from the exposed and hindered status effects. This effect has a cooldown. Agoraphobia. Your presence slows the repair speed of survivors on generators nearby. If a generator is within a terror radius, a repair speed penalty is applied to it. The closer the terror radius source is to a generator, the higher the penalty. The width of a terror radius defines the maximum penalty of agoraphobia. Dead by Daylight, Carnival Bizarre is available never. Nowhere.